Oh.
Let's see if it's starting to stream. Okay, do you see that we're live with Sam?
Dude, I'm rocking Verizon data, so who knows what's going to show up.
I'm on Verizon data.
Are you getting something, though?
Yeah.
I tried to go in and get unlimited data. My parents shut that down so fast. It was like, no way.
Wait, are you on? Did you get it? Did you share it? No, but did you share it?
Share now instantly.
Yep.
Cool.
Alright, tappy tap. What's up, everyone? This is the Aftertouch Podcast. This is Tyler.
And I'm Taft.
And we got my friend Sam Hirsche on today.
What's up, guys?
Dude, I just noticed your iPad, actually. You look so freaking... Are those your notes?
No, dude, it's not even on.
Oh, you just like...
It had stuff earlier on it, but I just I don't know. I just bring it everywhere I go because there's all kinds of good stuff on here.
All right, let's start this off with our random question. Taft, hit us up. You got a random question?
Let's see. Have you ever yelled at a girl?
Oh, man. Like, what do you, by definition, yell?
Anything.
You raised your voice.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, dude, like a couple weeks ago. Okay, this is going to sound bad.
Okay.
But, no, I just got into a screaming match with somebody that...
Did they deserve it?
It was mutual. I deserved it, and she deserved it, so...
Well, she's yelling back at you.
She yelled it back at me.
Okay, then
Oh,
that's
for sure.
fine.
Yeah, I was acting a fool, and she was definitely acting a fool, so
You guys goofed.
it's all good.
You guys gift.
We screamed it out, and then we hugged it out, and now we're good.
Oh, see, I think
Okay, good.
So it wasn't
Mutual.
like... I don't want people to think I'm abusive, but, you know.
you gotta do what you gotta
Gotta
do.
do what you gotta do.
do what you gotta do.
Wait, Taft, have you ever yelled at a girl?
I don't know if I have or not. Nothing comes to my mind. Maybe in a dream.
It was only just a dream.
Maybe in my car if
2008.
a girl
Yeah,
cut
I
me
know.
off.
I love that song.
Only just a dream.
You know that song? It's by
No.
Nelly.
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 Yeah.
Travel back down that road. Will she come back?
I have this weird ability to, like, hear a song and, like, think, okay, what year did that come out? Even if I was, like, 8. And, like, who'd have thought? Like, I made bets before, and I won. I was like, I can't even believe I have a gift.
I didn't even know I had a gift.
Anyway.
I don't. All right, real quick question before we dive in.
'Kay.
Is yelling at a girl wrong?
Yeah, absolutely. I think if you raise your voice at somebody,
Yeah.
I think it's wrong in general.
Yeah, I agree.
I felt
Just,
super bad.
Yeah, but do you think sometimes it's necessary? Probably it's not really never necessary, but I feel like sometimes,
Like,
you're human and you
Yeah.
just like. It's either you break a window or you yell, and the window costs money. So
yeah, but feelings cost money because then you gotta, like, buy flowers and then
no, you don't.
maybe you know.
Do you really, dude? Sam,
I try not to make anybody angry. I do it all the time, so I try to. Like,
how's his audio, by the way?
Um,
You might want to get closer.
Scoot in
I'm up
there
in
so we
here
can
now.
hear
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
You
get
can
to-
always scoot it to the edge as well.
Or
so you
you
don't
can
have
pull
to,
a Taft. Taft will MC it with
Yeah, sometimes I pull it off.
I'm not cool enough to do that.
No,
I'll
you
just
can
keep
do
it right
that.
here.
Yeah, that works.
the. Sweet. All right, Sam. I know you because of my friend, my son Connor, who we haven't aired his episode yet, and he might be watching right now.
probably not
He's
very
probably
happy.
just like. "Ah!" If Lori, if you're watching this, we love you. And hi, Sam's parents. Sam, tell us about your entrepreneurship stuff that you're doing.
Well, I wouldn't really call it. I mean, so I started a company called Happy Ruckus with a couple friends of mine. Originally, it started out with I have a good friend of mine. Her dad approached me a couple months ago and asked me to do some market research into e-commerce and find out, how it works, why companies like Amazon succeed, and how, myself and my two partners can really find our own little niche and take advantage of the billion-dollar market. And I did like 30 hours or so of research and presented it to them and said, okay, this is what would be a viable company. This is what you should do. This is what you shouldn't. And they actually just brought me on as a partner, and we started a our own little drop shipping company.
That's sweet, man.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That's way cool. Were you nervous when you presented?
I'm still nervous about it every single day.
Yeah. You're just like,
Yeah, I mean, so I've known my partner Dave and his buddy Tim. They are attorneys together. So I've known Dave for a while. So I wasn't super nervous presenting to him, but I think the whole project, like I invested so much time and like emotion into it that I realized that it's like my baby, and I'm really lucky that they brought me on because it's something I care about. So
when you presented, use PowerPoint?
I did not use PowerPoint. It was actually kind of ghetto. I just had a bunch of notes.
This is what I
just
wrote?
kind of read them
Yeah.
what I came up with.
Gotcha.
So.
What was that? So what attracts you? What attracted the idea of e-commerce? I mean, yeah, it's a $1 billion industry.
Yeah.
People love Amazon. It's awesome. I love Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime member here.
I'm Prime member.
Prime
Shout out to my
member.
mom for paying
Yeah,
for it. So I buy all my crap on Amazon.
What makes is it easy going into it when I feel like Amazon just like wrecks the competition?
So
but I don't know that much, so like you tell me.
Yeah, you're good. So starting your own business is, I mean, relatively easy. There's a lot of like logistics you have to jump through, and but I feel like there's a market there for everybody. You know, Amazon, it's hard to compete with Amazon prices because they're so massive that they can afford to make, you know, pennies on the dollar. All of their margins come from volume. They make all their money on volume essentially, and memberships, right? And so they can sell a pair of bamboo socks for cost is $450 and sell it for $510, and that's their margin. I mean, it's minuscule, but they sell
sell so much,
500,000 volume units in a year. Like, they can get away with it. But it's as like a younger, like smaller company, you have to look more at your revenue as far as like your margin, and that can be difficult because it's hard to compete. But if you find the right products and the right marketing strategies, then you can do well.
So what are the products that you guys particularly sell then?
We try to find products that we think are cool. So Happy Ruckus was designed with, you know, the word, you know, happy and ruckus is a juxtaposition. You know, happy is, you know, joy. Everyone wants to feel happy. And a ruckus is, you know, a commotion or something crazy, right? Mm-hmm. And so we wanted to find products that can create that joy in our everyday life. You know, I like cool, innovative products. I mean, you too as well. I mean, we work in technology. We love it every single day. And so we try to find things that are different and cool and innovative. And so we've got stuff like one product that my partner found is it's a battery. It's like a phone bank. You charge it, right? And you can charge it through solar, and it's got LED lights, and you can charge your iPhone twice on it. And you can take it camping.
That's cool.
So it's cool, yeah. So you can either plug it in through like an AV unit, or you can solar power charge it.
When you were talking about technology, I just pictured you kind of going through the Sharper Image catalog. Like, yeah, we'll put that in there.
Joke's on
as
you
well.
guys. I get everything off of Sky Mall.
Sky Mall.
I just ripped off Sky Mall. So I hope I don't get sued for that. But.
Like a neck pillow, those dumb.
Do they have all those products in the Sky Mall, like in the airplane?
Last time I flew, they didn't have Sky Mall. I heard Sky Mall is like not a thing anymore. I've never bought anything off Sky Mall.
I don't know anyone who does. Like, I just need a new phone now.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, you're like sitting there. Wish I could listen to music and had an iPod.
Yeah,
Let me buy this iPod. Oh wait.
Well, it's not actually on the plane. You know that, right? Like the products, they like you buy them and then they ship them to you.
Didn't know that.
You thought that they had a cargo?
Dude, they sell like R2-D2 sculptures on Sky Mall.
Maybe
Dude, they don't
it's
have
in the
them on
cargo.
That's awesome.
Oh my ignorance. So how?
It's okay.
Okay. So all right. So that's a cool product. Give me another cool product.
Have you seen those T-Rex costumes?
Yes.
Like all over.
Oh,
the
that yeah.
So we're selling those. Like, it's not anything innovative or cool, but it's stuff that people like, and it's something that people laugh at, and that's kind of our premises. You know. Yeah, it's our theme.
You guys are like in Harry Potter, like the two twins, and they create that like crazy store.
Exactly.
Yeah, you guys like you're like that version.
It's like the two twins, except for it's like two attorneys and a poor college student. So it works out well, but.
So what's the goal? How do you guys like? How would I find you guys then?
So that's a great question. We're still in the building stages. We just finished the website a couple weeks ago. Right now, so Facebook, I don't know if you guys know, but Facebook is like the #1 marketing tool right now. I mean, you could get so granular with your marketing that you can pick out,
everything.
Everything. Like if I want to sell to men with a beard between the ages of 20 and 24 that went and saw 21 Pilots in concert last year, I can sell to those people specifically.
Dang.
And so our plan is to use that pretty extensively. We've also looked at
What's
like
that
Google
margin?
AdWords.
What's that margin? 18 to 24-year-old men, single, can't get a date.
Yeah.
Watch a lot of YouTube videos. Is that your guys' margin?
So
Love
essentially
video
all of my
games.
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so that's about it.
All the single profile guys who are just struggling and giving up.
Yeah, they're just hating life.
Rides crotch rockets.
Yeah, that's right.
Broham.
We're trying to get, yeah. We'll see though. Google AdWords is cool. I mean, you guys run your own company. You know, the Aftertouch podcast. I guess that's a plug.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you guys understand marketing to an extent. It's
a little bit.
It's the same
You know?
thing.
I think you would understand it more though with the type of business that you're running though. So it's interesting.
I'm trying
to
at
hear.
least.
Yeah.
It's a learning process.
You know, I was in I don't know, have you heard of Avalanche Media?
Mm-mm.
They neither have I until today. When I went to a little thing where the CEO was talking about how he started the business, and he was talking about how I forget which company, and I forget the guy's freaking name, and I forget the quote, but basically this guy's business model is that if he has an idea, so like there's a couple kinds of ideas when you run a business. Like some businesses, before they even like throw out the idea into the public, they just like hammer it for like years, making sure it's like perfect before they launch. And like that's good and whatnot, but this guy, the reason why he's so successful, his motto is he has the idea and he takes it into baby steps.
Mm-hmm.
He just keeps, okay, step 1, let's just do this. Step 1, step 2, let's do this. Okay, step 3, and if at any point it's not going right, he hasn't like taken too many steps where he can just like start all over. So
it's funny you mentioned that because our building process is hard because I'm here in Utah and my partners are in Arizona, and we're all really crazy busy, and so we don't really have time to spend 40 hours a week devoted to this project. And so a lot of it is just trial and error. Like I'll go ahead and I'll build the front and back end of the page and send it out to 30 of my friends and my partners, and they'll just come back with all kinds of feedback like this looks like garbage, this looks like garbage, this looks great. And so, you know, our idea isn't necessarily the products, but it's our website. And our website is what kind of creates our brand, and like the products come along with that, obviously.
yeah.
So creating that front page, the storefront, has been, you know, all trial and error. There was really no like premeditated idea behind it. You know, it just kind of all came in small steps.
Are you guys live?
Yeah, we're
Are you
live.
guys live then? And you're just like changing the front page every
Yeah,
every day. Like, oh,
so it's live. We haven't done a ton of marketing yet, so we're not getting tons of page views, but it's live. So happyruckus.com.
Happy
pretty
Ruckus.
What? It's kind of a personal question. Maybe I shouldn't ask it.
Bring it.
I was gonna say, like, are you seeing? Is it working? Are you guys seeing some revenue?
So we've seen, yeah. So we've had some sales on there. As far as like the billing and the banking, the finance side of it goes, we'd had a couple speed bumps that we're working through because the payment terminals online are difficult.
I'm sure.
And we're like we're navigating like the sales tax and what states you have to pay tax and which ones you don't. Like, it's way more
Hot
grueling.
mess.
It's a
Yeah.
mess. So yeah, we've seen a lot of success. We've had a lot of traffic, but as far as the conversion rate, we're still working on converting, you know, clicks to sales and things like that. But it'll pick up once we.
That's just like if you don't know what you're doing, that sounds so mad. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't even comprehend you right now.
I know, like,
Dude, like 3 months ago, I'd be like, I don't even know what I'm talking about either. But
so it's just like research.
it's all, yeah, that's all it is market research.
So for someone, all right. So then, what kind of advice would you give someone who's wanting to start their own business then? Because I mean, you've put in
Yeah.
a lot of hours.
Um,
What could you say?
just start doing it. Find something that you love and go after it. You know, people always talk about, you know, wanting to find that perfect product, you know. But if you don't know how to build a brand for either yourself or your company, then you're never going to be successful. You could have the best. Think about like the iPhone, for example, right? If they had no marketing strategy whatsoever, if they just said, okay, here's our phone, they give it out to 35, 40 people, yeah, eventually it would have caught on. But Apple spends billions of dollars a year on marketing, right? They have that brand. They have that luxury product that everyone can afford. They have that ability to, you know, suck people in and, you know, retain their customer retention's phenomenal because of their brand marketing and their customer service. And so my advice would be just find what you love and stick to it and, you know, be good to people and they'll be good back to you.
I like that. I think that's the problem is a lot of people are trying to make that big idea.
Yeah.
Have you heard of Gary Vee?
Mm-mm.
He's like an inspirational, motivational like business dude.
Oh, he's on Facebook all the time.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And when people are asking, you know, what should we do for our business and whatnot, he says like what you said, just do it, because a lot of people, their ideas, they want to be like the next Star Wars.
Yeah.
You know, like they want to create something that's going to be so big, and he's just like, he goes, you're not going to ever make. Like,
You're never going to be George Lucas.
You're never,
I'm sorry.
you're never gonna.
I never expect to be Jeff Bezos of Amazon. Like, it's cool. Like, I've accepted that.
Yeah, but what you can do is you can do something, and you can. He was doing this. He was mainly talking about like entertainment, like at Star Wars. He says, "Well, like look at reality TV shows, how like janky they are, like a crappy camera, crappy camera crew, and yet people watch those.
People get sucked in.
Yeah. This kid in my class asked that CEO, like how to make a video go viral, and he's just like, that's not a thing. And the kid goes, the watch me whip, watch me nene. Did you know that? Did you see that video, Taff? Watch me whip.
I know the whip nene, but I haven't watched the video.
It was a huge viral video.
Yeah.
I'm
a couple years back.
Yeah, I'm grateful I missed it. Jeez Louise. But the kid's like, well, that video went viral and blah blah. And the guy was like, no, it didn't. It went viral because Madonna and Taylor Swift formed together, helped create that video, used their money to market that thing, and just like shoved it in everyone's face. It wasn't like this, and then share it. People, you have to, they shoved it. Yeah. And so people,
I knew it was lame from the beginning.
Dude, that's why you missed it, because it's just, you're too cool for it. I get it, dude. That's why we got sucked into it, is because we're like so simple-minded.
But yeah, people are like so concerned. How am I going to make the next viral video? You're not gonna. But if you create content, if you do something, you're gonna succeed. And if
eventually
you're not gonna succeed, you hope. And if not, one thing I have a hard time with sometimes is I'm like, man, I just wish more people would watch our podcast or listen to it. But I always forget that this is only episode 12.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, you look at Joe Rogan's podcast. He's like episode 1,000.
He's on 1,000 something.
He's got
right now.
500,000 viewers
crazy.
or something. Like it's ridiculous.
It's a growing thing, and they say that most podcasts don't survive after the 15th episode. So once we get to the 15th, we're gonna high five.
Well, I was actually listening to this podcast called The Startup Podcast, and it talks about starting a business. And his podcast is all about starting a business around a podcast.
Huh.
And it's so crazy. Like, you guys should listen to it. It's phenomenal. But he talks about how podcasting essentially it's almost a brand new type of media. People don't really recognize it for its value yet. And people like Joe Rogan or Chris D'Elia, these guys that are doing their podcasts, they're getting hundreds of thousands of viewers. Like, these are the guys that people are going to recognize as the pioneers of podcasting. Because there's a very select few podcasts that people listen to and people enjoy.
Yeah.
So,
if you look at when Joe Rogan goes live, we have 5 people now live.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Thank you.
Booyah.
And then if you look at Joe Rogan's when he does it, and he does we schedule ours it's at 6 p.m. on the day. Joe Rogan goes, I'm just gonna do it right now.
Yeah.
And he's got 30,000 people.
30,000 people that really be like, oh, well, Joe Rogan's speaking.
I'll stop. And his are 3-hour-long podcasts.
Oh yeah.
People are like, I got nothing else to do today.
I just listened to Ben Shapiro's podcast I was telling you guys earlier.
Dude, I had to stop listening to that podcast.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I'm just at work listening to it, and I'm just
oh
opening boxes.
Gosh.
I'm just yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, they're wrong. I want to debate people.
He gets into identity politics, and it blows my mind how smart that dude is. But that's the thing is Joe Rogan has fostered that I guess brand for himself. He can have whoever he wants on his show. Yeah. Ben Shapiro is he's no joke. People pay him thousands of dollars to speak.
Yeah.
And Joe Rogan just has him on, Yeah. And so going back to building that brand, that's the most important thing you can do,
For sure. So now, Top, do you have any other questions?
I was just gonna say he had Guy Ritchie on. That's pretty cool. He has a wide spectrum of guests. Yeah, he had Guy Ritchie.
Was that a good episode?
I didn't watch it. I just saw it.
Watch it now.
Yeah.
I'll be impressed when he gets a billionaire on there.
What?
When he gets a billionaire, if he gets Jeff Bezos on there, that's when I'll be all right, you can be done, you won the podcasting game.
And I love how free people are they're honest, that.
Oh yeah.
You know Dan Bilzerian?
Oh, dude's crazy.
That was a sweet.
I couldn't listen to the whole thing. It got a little too too buck wild.
It gets a little buck wild.
It's crazy.
But he at the end gets really honest about his life and how he's I'm not happy. Yeah. And I was just wow, this is really vulnerable. you bearded man. But like Joe Rogan, he's got that brand where you can just like say whatever, nothing bad's gonna, which is an awesome platform. But he's built it.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, when we were starting this, I showed Tap, we looked at Joe Rogan's. That was a huge like inspiration, and we went to his very first videos. Mm-hmm. And to this day, they still only have maybe 500 views.
Yeah.
So it's just a growing thing. So when you start a business, just do it.
And don't have the anxiety of, oh, wow, I started my business. Like, it's still garbage. Like, I was nervous coming on the podcast. Like, okay, I got to start talking about this business that, like, I mean, I'm proud of it, but it's nowhere near, like, something that I can, like, put out there and just be like, that's my work. Like, and I'll always have that, you know, we'll always have that anxiety about something that we create. You know, like, my parents have anxiety about me walking around every day. I'm sure they, like, aren't proud of everything I'm doing, but that's okay, you know?
Tap to Tat's turning the lights on because we want to make sure we can see your beautiful face.
Oh, man. You should probably just keep them off.
No, Sam. We need...
Beyond.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, dude, that's... Starting a business is scary.
It's awesome, dude.
But it's cool
so
to be,
awesome.
like, you're not your own boss. It'd be cool, like, one day not work for yourself.
Yeah.
What? Okay. I got to read this to everyone. I need your perspective on this, man.
Oh, no.
I need your perspective. Okay.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen of the cameras, I posted this photo. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know where you're going.
Okay, I don't know what I'm looking at, but all right.
That's a picture of me, Taft, and our friend Cameron. We're at Pike's Market.
Dope. Okay.
We took a trip together.
Cool. That's cute.
It was.
That's ironic. That's really ironic.
Yeah,
You'll hear why.
yeah, that's ironic. So I posted, I woke up yesterday and I was like, you know what? I love my friends because I'm so mean to them. I really am. I'm such a jerk.
Dude, you have never once been mean to me. He's exaggerating.
Okay, I mean to Cameron. I mean to Cameron.
You've been a bit mean to me.
We all have that friend that we can just belittle to no end
Yeah.
and just be like, all right, like, we're still boys. Like,
And like, I don't do it out of like hatred. I just like, I have problems. I love you so much that I will point out every one of your flaws until you correct it.
I love you so much.
All right, so I wrote, these guys are my boys.
Mm-hmm.
No homo. But these guys are some of the best friends you can have. They put up with my crap a bunch and still stick around. Plus, look how sexy they both are. Come on, ladies. So, you know, I get the typical comments. You know, people like it. People are like, hey, Taft's like, Tyler, you're so awesome. That's not what you said because I'm not reading it to everyone. It's personal. My friend Max is like, you know, camaraderie is hard to come by. You guys are blessed. You guys are awesome. You guys are so cool. And then this girl, Karen, I grew up with.
It's always a Karen.
Freaking Karen. She goes, are you really that afraid of being seen as gay that you have to say no homo before you talk about how great of friends you have?
Oh my gosh.
This is why I put Y with that emoji.
Like, really?
Yeah.
You're going to give me that?
Like,
That's such a good emoji.
like
dude.
really, like, you had to, like, taint my post.
Yeah.
And then she goes, well, why was it necessary to say no homo then?
Oh, she's just triggered, dude.
All of someone's friends can be of the same gender as of them being without that being gay. There's so many people who freak out when they find out one of their friends or coworkers are gay, assuming they are going to get hit on or be seen as gay if they are not always associated with them, and it's not going to be true. There's so much stigma around that, and that comment contributes to that ignorance. I'm like, ho, you.
Speaking of yelling at women over here,
Diarrhea of the mouth
Yeah,
from
I was
this
just like,
girl.
I'm amazed that I haven't said anything so inappropriate
I'm
yet.
proud of you. 'Cause I was like, because that triggered me.
Yeah.
It was just like the fact that you just couldn't mind your own business.
Well, that shows her insecurity, you know, because like
Yeah.
clearly she's looking for something. Because like obviously your friends know like you're not gay, and even if you were, who cares? Like your boys are always going to be your boys, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just ridiculous.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? Like that's straight like identity politics.
That's
like,
that's absolute identity
that's
politics.
straight, like how do you feel about that? Just go for
Dude,
it, man.
here's my thing with identity politics. Okay, like I understand why people use them because they're so effective. Okay, like
They work.
They work, and I've been reading Ann Coulter's book right now. It's called Adios America.
Oh, gosh.
Shout out to my roommate Mike McNeil who introduced me to it. It's phenomenal, you guys.
Dude, Ann Coulter's nuts.
Dude,
though.
she's crazy. Some of the things she says, I'm like, yeah, am I gonna get yelled at for just reading that? Like, I'm reading it at work. I'm like shading, like
NSFW.
But like, my point is like, people use identity politics because it works. You know, like nobody would like if I were to vote for. Let's say I voted in the 2008 election. I voted for Barack Obama, right? Nobody would ever say, "Oh, Sam, like, why would you vote for Barack Obama? Like, you're going to betray your race." But like, if one of my friends who's black doesn't vote for Barack Obama, it's like a whole mess. People can, "Oh, how could you like turn your back on our politician, like our president, right?" And so, your friend is using that same type of. I mean, hopefully, she never sees this and is like, "Yo, Sam, you're a total like jack A." But like, she is using those identity politics to like further her point that. Nothing you say anymore is going to be okay with everybody, right? Like everybody's so hyper focused on being politically correct that like you can't say no homo anymore without somebody getting butthurt, right?
I know.
And like I don't know if anything I just said made sense. It made sense in my brain, but like
sorry, I should have like just commented. I should have kept that to myself. I was just like,
what the word butthurt?
Yeah,
well,
like,
someone's gonna get triggered. Be like, well,
you were like no homo and butthurt, and I was like, But and like here's the thing. Like, let's be real. Like, most level-headed people won't even be offended by that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Most
level-headed.
Yeah.
I wrote an article for the UView review paper on what I think it was why feminism will fail.
Oh, buckle up for that.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't why. It was the problems with feminism. I'm not
Sure.
saying that it's a bad movement, but just like and I kind of went to identity politics where if you start like classifying everyone by a certain identity.
Yeah.
At some point, and like saying this identity is this, and this at some point, it's gonna eat themselves away. So it's just like So I asked a question in it: can you be a feminist but also support the idea of transgenders who battle the idea of what a woman is?
Right.
And at some point, it's gonna collapse because what is a woman, then what is feminism? And man, I got a crap ton of like heat for what I thought was like a level 1 article.
You can't say anything, and like I have one of my very very best friends is transgender, like, and I love him like a brother, and I'm probably one of the very few people that are LDS that will have the stance that like I have my views and I have my politics, and like you have yours. And I don't care like what you're gonna do. Like I keep my my thoughts and beliefs on politics out of like my religious aspects, which is hard for a lot of people to do. And like I'm guilty of it. Like I've made some comments that are can be like considered homophobic or racist, things like that.
You're so
like
insensitive.
I know I'm so insensitive, and I get that. But like you can't say anything about politics or like the transgender issues or gay marriage or anything, gun rights without someone just ripping your head off and saying, "Okay, well, you don't know what you're talking about," right? Everybody is a politician on Facebook, right? And everyone gets their politics from Facebook. And
behind their computer screen, they're much more comfortable saying whatever they want,
Yeah,
it's true.
But good for you for writing that article. Like
I wrote a lot of articles before they stopped letting me write for the paper. I hope whoever's writing.
Censorship, dude. That's where they get you.
But that's true. What Taft said though is behind a computer, you can say anything. Like, Karen, would you say that to my face?
Oh, absolutely not. There's
would
no way. I'm being willing to bet any amount of money she would never say that to your face.
Yeah.
Like,
there was when I wrote that article, there was a girl last semester. Her name was Julie, and she went to she found every article that I had written because they were all similar. Stuff like that.
You don't say.
And she was just like, she was destroying me on social media, as in just like commenting like, "This guy sucks, this guy's bad," writing huge paragraphs. And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, like I gotta shut this girl down. This is not good for my image." And
this is not good for my image.
And
such a celebrity.
So finally, I messaged her and I was like, "Hey, listen, you want to have a talk? Like, you want to do this like face to face? Like,
take this outside?
Like, let's go.
Cash
Let's
me
seriously,
outside?
like, let's do this.
Cash
me outside. How about that?
You should have written that at UVU paper.
How about that? Oh man, it's so. Well, I met up with her one day.
Yeah.
Couldn't it was the softest like conversation, and like the only thing that she could do was use really big words that I didn't know. To like make herself sound like
her intellectual superiority.
Yeah, she's like, but don't you
think? Job, Taft. Using big words.
Yeah, and it's just like Trav said, like behind a computer, you can
be a totally different person when you're like the trolls online. Like it's ridiculous.
Those gamer trolls.
Oh yeah.
Go kill yourself.
But I think we're all to an extent like that. You know, like we have this like this facade on social media. Like everybody wants to show like their best side, and some people think like them being like analytical and intelligent about politics is their best side, right? And so people aren't afraid to say whatever they're thinking because number one, they're passionate about it. Number two, they think they know a lot about it. And even if they don't, they're going to just word vomit all over the place, right? And like that's a problem. Like, and we're all guilty of it. Like we put on this face that I don't know. I think social media is so interesting and like how it affects, politics 20 years ago. Like it was nowhere near as heated as it is today. Like
I think the reason why though is because of social media. Is because social media gives a platform to people who don't deserve their opinion.
Don't deserve an opinion.
who don't deserve to have their opinion heard. No. I'm elaborate. This. Have you heard of John Stuart Mill's Marketplace of Free Ideas?
No.
John Stuart Mill's Marketplace of Free Ideas states that our country is a marketplace of free ideas, meaning we can throw out good ideas and we can throw out bad ideas, and we let the whole decide if we do the good idea or the bad idea. If we all decide to do the good idea, great. But if we all decide to do the bad idea, we will learn that bad idea didn't work, and we will then. But you have to have all those ideas. You have to be able to do bad ideas. But so with social media, though, I think it gave everyone too much of a
platform. It's funny you say that. I just had to write a paper on constitutional law, and part of it was I had to read George Washington's farewell address, and he goes pretty hard in that address. Like he doesn't mess around. He talks about the dangers of like the formation of political parties and how everyone's ideas get so skewed so quickly in a political party because you have all of these ideas that are all together. Like reality can become convoluted in this political party because nobody knows what's going on anymore. Nobody like has some sense of outside ideas, and that's but honestly, like at the same time, like that's what makes our society so great is that like we have the ability to have that free speech. And like granted, there a certain side of a certain party I'm not going to say anything about, but there's a difference between hate speech and free speech, but in reality, like that's not a thing. But anyway, I digress.
I digress.
I digress.
What were we talking about again?
We went off on about
how do we get from business to politics?
Yeah, you're talking about politics, and I'm like, usually when politics are brought up, my brain's scrambled.
Here's this though, then Taft. Why do you stay out of politics? That's something.
I don't know. I think it's just maybe it's because I'm one of those people that can get heated about what I believe, and so I just completely avoid it. I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
That's how my brother is, dude.
That's how I feel. So whenever politics are brought up, I'm like,
ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, that's kind of
true.
That's how.
I wish I didn't care. Like
I don't want to care.
I can't help it.
That's why I stopped.
Like I'm so intrigued by it.
That's why. Have you ever listened to Ben Shapiro's like podcast he does?
I can't.
Day? Don't.
I can't. It's too much for me.
You want to fight everyone. Yeah. You just like because he's so smart, and you hear it now. You think you are so smart.
And you're not.
So if someone, you're only smart on now this one point that he said.
Yeah.
So you could go to someone and you could maybe wreck them on your side of the point of view. But when they go, oh yeah, and they hit you, you go, but you're wrong.
I can't tell you why, but I just feel it, and you're wrong. Like
I feel it in my chest.
Yeah.
That you're wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I like that. Whenever people go, oh, you're just a conservative Republican, I'm like, you don't know me.
You don't know me. Did you just assume my identity?
I am a moderate. I don't care. I'm actually like anti-government.
Really?
I'm sick of paying my taxes. I want to keep all my money. I'm sick of that.
I do too.
Yeah,
I want to keep my money.
I saw how much they took out of my last paycheck, and I kind of got nauseous.
I know.
Like, dude, you know how much food and all kinds of good things I can buy
I'm trying
with
to pay rent this month.
For real though. I'm just trying to buy my Tesla. Like
Tesla funds
for real.
Noah says hi, real quick. I'm on the live feed.
Hi, Noah.
Noah, which one?
Hirsche.
That's my brother.
Awesome.
Lori. Hi, Lori. Who's Cameron Shepard?
That's my friend Cammie. I started my mission with her. She's probably one of the sweetest people you'll
Oh,
ever
dang.
meet.
That's awesome.
She actually was talking about starting a podcast.
She looks cute. Cameron, hit me up if you want to start a podcast.
She is cute, dude. You should. I'll hook you guys up.
That's awesome, man. I need that. All right. Tell us. Any good movies lately? Give us some.
Dude, what was the last movie I saw? Honestly, I think the last movie I saw. Okay, I got two actually. I saw. What was it?
I think you say Doug, and I was like, that's an old movie.
Hacksaw Ridge.
Hacksaw Ridge was so good. It's like a year old, but
Holy crap! Okay.
I still haven't
but
watched
I also
it.
saw this movie.
I have it. I just haven't gotten around
Andrew
to seeing
Garfield's the man. But I just saw this movie called What the Health, and it scared me, dude.
What?
Like,
Tell us about it.
It goes in like pretty in depth on like the food industry, right? And I'm like, I love food. I eat all the time. Like, I want to learn about it, but I think I broke your mic. But it talks about like it starts talking about diabetes, and granted, like. I had just eaten, and I was like about to pass out on the couch when I was watching this.
Okay, that'll have an effect
So
on you.
it kind of screwed me up. But like it was talking about like everything gives you cancer, right? So it's like cancer, diabetes, like water, cancer, like chicken, cancer, beef, cancer, veggies, cancer. I'm like, what am I supposed to freaking eat, dude?
Can't eat anything.
And I just came to the conclusion like I'm gonna die. Like I saw this thing online. It's like I'm here for a good time, not a long time, and that's for real.
A good time, not a long time.
Oh my gosh, yes.
But I didn't even finish it. I couldn't watch it. It scared me.
Everything. Okay, I have a question. Have you noticed that everyone now can't have gluten?
Oh,
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I don't
I'm so glad I'm not one of those.
Like honestly, like I get people have like celiac and things like that, but here's my theory, and this is probably like whack, but like GMOs and stuff, man, like that has been like we've been eating those for a while now, and people are starting to like build up like an intolerance to it.
No, that's what
and they're equating it to gluten when in reality it's our
GMOs.
Processed food and our GMOs.
Yeah, no, for sure, no.
I'm probably wrong, but
This girl,
Science.
This girl said the same thing to me, and by the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, this truth shall be established.
you're gonna get all biblical on me about GMOs,
even
dude.
if those two are completely maybe uneducated on the subject. Yeah, I just
That's so funny,
that's a
dude.
cosy thing. It's just like everyone nowadays can't eat jack,
Yeah,
and it's
nothing.
sad.
Dude, I was telling you this. We went out to dinner the other night. I went on a date with a friend of mine, and I didn't know she couldn't eat gluten, right? So I'm like, let's go to sushi.
Yeah.
And so we show up, and I'm like starting to order things. She's like, oh, by the way, like I can't eat gluten. I'm like, then what the hell can you eat? Like we're at a sushi place. Like there's nothing you can eat.
Wait, you should be able to have. You can have.
I think you can have rice.
I took that girl Sarah. I took that girl Sarah. She can't eat jack. Like any. She's like can't eat gluten and everything else. I was like, and then she could eat sushi.
Yeah.
But maybe
I don't know what it was. Maybe it was like some kind of weird.
What's gluten?
Dude, what is gluten? Yeah,
What is gluten?
it's subjective now.
Have you seen This Is the End?
No.
Oh
like-
my gosh, that's
There's
hilarious.
Is this so funny?
There's a scene where Seth Rogen's like the guy goes to Seth Rogen and he's like, hey, let's go get Carl's Jr. Seth's like, I'm on a cleanse. He's like, what? Seth, you're on a cleanse? He goes, yeah, I don't eat gluten. He goes, you don't even know what that means. He goes, no, gluten is like every bad thing. Calories, that's a gluten. Like carbs, that's a gluten. And you're supposed to poop 6 times a day. If you're not, you have too much gluten.
But he says it's a gluten.
Yeah, it's
as
a
in, like a
gluten.
unit.
Yeah, he goes, gluten is a broad term for everything that's bad for you.
Dude, everything's bad for you these days.
Yeah,
Whatever. Except for laughter.
laughter.
But someone's gonna be like, dude,
But some people-
you inhale cancer.
Dude, some people get offended. I heard once that laughter is when it's your body letting you know that is letting you be honest with yourself. So I was in a meeting.
Yeah.
I was in a meeting
Okay.
at the newspaper. And I made a joke. Because I drew an Asian kid. I didn't give him eyes. I just did slants. And
I shouldn't laugh at that.
you know it's funny.
But it's so funny.
Honestly, you know it's funny.
And if you don't think it's funny, then you don't have a heart.
So, and everyone, they're giving me a hard time for it in that room.
Yeah.
When they're politically correct. And I go, guys, I think the most racist thing about my illustration is that I gave him a bowl cut. and they all start laughing, and then they go, we need to stop laughing. That's inappropriate. And I was just like, guys, you
already laughed.
already know it's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Like,
What's with all the self-righteousness? Like, just enjoy.
that's the problem. It's gonna get to the point where it's like, I'm more self-righteous than you.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you're not.
No.
I'm holier than you.
You just assume my self-righteousness level.
Yeah, it's just everyone's
Yikes.
trying to top each other. Like, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. You're not.
You can't say this. You can't say that.
You can't do anything
I had a paper. It was supposed to be supposed to do like a how-to, and mine was, and he had to do steps. And my paper was how to not be politically correct, and it was step 1, don't care, and that was what I turned in.
That was your whole paper?
That was my whole paper.
Don't.
Dude, that's ballsy.
I got an A.
Wow.
I got an A because he was like,
Good for you, man.
My teacher's like, that was funny.
That was funny.
Oh, dude. So Hacksaw Ridge was really the last movie you saw, and then the health movie.
Probably not. I can't remember.
What do you do for fun around Provo?
Dude, I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day. Like, I don't have any hobbies. Like, I work and I go to school.
R.C. Wiley?
R.C. Wiley, dude. The Willie. The big Willie.
I have never heard that before. R.C.
He was saying it at dinner the other night. It made me crazy.
Dude, Connor was like, so you still working at R.C. Wiley? And then I was like, I could tell like it like ticked him off a little. So I was like, I'm gonna continue doing it.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I like hiking.
Yeah.
I go hiking a lot. I like go shooting. You know, white dude stuff.
Am
I wrong?
Only white people own weapons.
Apparently.
And hike, apparently.
I guess.
Daniel Tosh does a joke. He says, I think to end racism with cops, all cops should be black, and then all firefighters should be white, because let's just be real, white people like the outdoors more.
Oh, it's also like, can you imagine the police versus firefighter softball game? Like, one side would destroy the other.
Oh my god.
It's like totally not fair.
But then like basketball season comes in.
Oh,
and
it's
then
game over,
it's
dude.
game over. Like firefighters take a bench,
Yeah.
take a knee.
Wow.
What do you? All right, give us some. One thing I struggle with here in Provo, and we're going to dating, but we're not going to hit personal.
That's dude.
Give me some good dating ideas, because like
Dating
Tap's got a
ideas.
good like niche. He's got a good system, and I need a system.
Well, Taff, what's your system?
What
So
what do you mean I have a good system? What's my system?
Like,
I don't even know what system I'm doing.
You have a system. You have a system where like the plan, like this is where we're gonna go, and this is where.
Well, you got to have a plan. That's rule number one.
Yeah.
Well, you have to
it's
have a
kinda gotta
date.
be
That's rule
planned
number
out a
one.
bit,
Then you got to
but-
have a plan.
Yeah, where do you like where's the good dating place that you always go to?
Oh gosh, I'd love going to not Cracker Jacks. I'm thinking of Arizona. What's it's up.
I've been to Cracker Jacks though. Cracker Jacks.
Cracker Jacks is
It's pretty
awesome.
tight.
Not Cracker Barrel, no.
What's Cracker Barrel?
Cracker Barrel is like an old family restaurant
Yeah,
where you
dude.
can
It's
go
like
in
you'll
and
eat
buy
like-
store goods as well as eat food.
Yours, I'm dumb.
No. What's it called? I'm brain farting. I hate that.
Describe
There's
it.
go-karts in
Okay.
mini golf.
So it's like
up past the point of the mountain.
Oh yeah. It's
Boondocks.
Boondocks.
Yeah,
Good job,
Boondocks.
dude.
Like I like going there because there's different stuff you can do.
Boondocks is cool.
But first dates are good. Like if you just go and eat something like
Yeah.
small, like get a treat. Hey, don't
First
commit
dates,
to dinner because
Don't do it.
what if they don't like the place you chose? You know,
Gosh, it's
there's
happened
things you can
before.
think about before.
That's true, man.
What's a good first date, man? I know you got a plethora of ideas. I know you know.
Dude, I got a lot of good, not good first dates.
Well, hey, let's learn.
But a good
let's learn
first
from
date-
failures.
I learned from a lot of failures. That's okay. A good first date would probably be, dude. Have you guys ever been to Corn Bellies?
I've
Like
been a
fall
long
dates
time
are
ago.
the sickest because like
But doesn't the headless horseman chase you there?
yeah, it's scary.
Awesome.
So that's a fun first date.
Halloween season's good.
Yeah.
It's a good because there's a lot of things to do. Halloween.
Oh yeah, Tyler was saying that more women are seeking relationships around fall.
Dude, it's cuffing season.
Wait,
Whoa,
wait,
what?
You don't know what cuffing season is?
What? No, what is
Oh,
that?
All right. So this is like gospel knowledge I learned recently. Okay, so cuffing season is like August through January, right? 'Cause-
Okay.
So cuffing, like, you want someone like attached to your cuff, right? No one wants to be alone for the holidays, right?
Yeah.
So what people do is they just hook up and like are in a relationship like August through January because they don't want to be like, oh yeah, I'm single during the holidays. That sucks.
Yeah.
But then like after
And
that,
it's
they're
cold,
just
they
it's
wanna be
cold. You want to
warm.
cuddle, yeah.
And you have to stay inside more.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Cuffing season, dude.
And then summer comes. Let me put on my booty shorts so I can go show everybody.
Exactly.
that's a thing.
Not
That's why
that
summer's my
everyone's
favorite.
like
I can
that,
put on my
it's just
booty shorts and just own it, dude.
own it. Yeah, salmon booty shorts.
Yeah. But
Hold
Cuffing
on.
season.
Apparently, your dad really wants to contribute.
Oh, what's- what-
He keeps Robin Peterson Hershey says your dad keeps typing a half a sentence and then deleting them because he wants to contribute so bad.
Okay, what's
dude, my dad's so funny. You should get my dad on here. He's got
Tell him
some
to get
something
over
say.
here. cuffing season. No, but that's the thing. Yeah.
Dude, we got 109 views. That's more people than I've ever seen in my entire life.
So what are some good fails then? What are some good fails?
Good fails.
But there's nothing wrong with like.
Dude.
Maybe it was the girl.
No. So I've got. Well,
it
yeah,
was
it
you
could
then?
be, but I've got a good failure date story.
Okay, here we go.
So this was like. This is like my year after I graduated. So summer after I graduated, and like this girl knows that I tell the story, so it's all good. But so I had just graduated. I had just gotten out of a relationship like 6 months prior, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna take my friend on a date. Like she's gorgeous. Like
It's time.
yeah, it's time, right? So I had this beater Acura, like this car back in the day. It was awesome. It was fun, man. I had anyway. So I go get my car washed. I had just paid to go get it fixed, right? Because the starter wasn't working, right? So we go. I pick her up. I get my car all detailed. We go. We roll to the sushi joint, right? And we park out front, and they're like, yeah, it's like a 20-minute wait. I'm like, sweet. So she's like, you want to go get froyo first? I'm like, sounds good. So we get in my car, and my car doesn't start, right? And I had just paid to get my starter fixed. So I'm automatically super embarrassed. This girl's way out of my league, and I got her on a date, and my car doesn't freaking start, right? So long story short, we end up eating frozen yogurt for 45 minutes. I have to wait for a tow truck, and we ended up riding home from our date in a tow truck.
Dude, that's baller.
Damn. And in the moment, I was like, I look like a total idiot. But
It's true.
nowadays, she's a good friend of mine, so we laugh
Yeah,
about it. It's
yeah.
it's probably the funniest / worst date I've ever been on.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
like it, and it was just a spur of the moment.
yeah.
Lori wants you to tell us about your purple jumpsuit.
I don't know what Lori's talking about.
he's like no comment,
Dude, so I did drumline in high school.
Oh,
and
really?
I went to world championships, so I
chill.
can justify wearing.
Did you wear one of those hats that
Dude.
they wear in the,
Yeah. But it was this hella flamboyant purple sparkly jumpsuit because we get judged from the top of a basketball court.
Yeah.
We're down on the bottom, right?
You wanted to stand out.
I want to stand out. Yeah. So I didn't have any say in it whatsoever. But yeah, Lori continues to tease me to this day about my purple jumpsuit. But
That's so funny.
oh well,
Well, man, I feel like we could just keep talking.
dude, we just burned through it.
All right, let's hit up a couple of would you rather's. Does anyone have a good would you rather before I lay you guys on this?
Maybe I could just think up of one. Would you rather have constant diarrhea, so it's just it never
constant,
stops, or constant halitosis, your breath is you walk into a room and it's just people can't be around you. It's horrible.
How consistent is the diarrhea?
Yeah, that's the only question you need to ask.
Is it every time I go to the bathroom it's diarrhea?
No, maybe every 10 minutes.
Every 10 minutes, dude, you're gonna die.
So you gotta drink your water, I
Dude,
guess.
Well, you'd be super skinny though, and if that's what if you want to be
Shed the pounds, shed the water weight.
Well, when you say it like that, Sam, yeah, I think I'll diarrhea every 10 minutes.
dude, I'm just saying.
I won't have time to show anyone my six pack because I'll be having diarrhea.
You would die straight up.
Yeah, you would.
You'd start looking like
Okay,
a
how about
Holocaust
this? Okay, how about
victim.
this? You have diarrhea every 3 hours.
I'd look like a little Ethiopian.
Oh my god. And this is where Sam starts going. This is where Sam just starts going.
Okay, you gotta pick one.
Diarrhea for sure. Wait, no. Yeah, diarrhea for sure. Because I'll tell you why.
Oh, here we go.
You can get one of those depends things.
Yes, you can mitigate the diarrhea. You can't.
Okay, yeah,
You
the
can't cover it. If you
halitosis.
smell bad, dude, everyone's gonna associate you as the dude that smells bad.
Yeah.
You'll
But
never kiss a girl.
I could turn the diarrhea thing around into something hilarious. You know, be like, guys.
That's Sam. He diarrheas every.
It's
10
hilarious,
minutes.
dude.
You have a
don't
big
think
bulge in your
If
pants.
you don't
from
think
it.
poop is funny, then
Poop is
I'm
hilarious.
sorry, dude.
Poop is hilarious.
You're like, I'm going right now.
Hold on, guys. If we want to talk a real quick poop story, real quick. This is so bad, but have you guys ever? This was on Sunday. This happened to me on Sunday. Ever?
Like yesterday,
Yeah.
Sunday.
Do you ever just have one that's so, have one? Oh, that was yesterday. Yeah, you have one just so big it just kind of opens it up a little too wide, and you're just trying to figure out.
I'm not commenting on this one. I have some boundaries, dude.
You feel like you're just gonna die. You're like, is this it? Is it over?
We started out so well, dude, and we end up on buttholes, dude.
Well, no, I didn't say. You
You didn't need to. Dude. It's the visual.
But you did.
All right, you're right.
What would you do? I don't know. I want to take the bad breath and just constantly be eating mints.
Oh, true.
I might go with the diarrhea.
Yeah.
Just like wear a special diaper.
No, because you gotta sit in that.
You can get a colostomy bag. Like you can colostomy.
Yeah, a bag.
Colonoscopy?
Special bag.
No, it's like a colonoscopy bag or something like that. But it's like attached to you, so like you just like.
That's not
Yeah, it's
Anyway,
like you're
don't ask
carrying
how I know
around a
that.
container.
Okay.
Anyway,
That was disgusting.
they hit me with another one.
Would you rather have one leg blown off by a shotgun or one arm blown off by a shotgun? Either way, you're getting shot by a shotgun.
Dang.
Either way, I got to take one for the team.
You gotta take one. Your body's getting ripped apart.
Dude, honestly, I don't know. I would probably take getting my leg blown off because like I do way more things with my hands than with my legs.
Why'd you give that face?
I'm just saying.
You just like leaned in. You're like,
I don't know.
Just got serious.
I just expected you to give me an inappropriate look.
no, I didn't give any. I'm trying to be real. I'm trying to recover from my last.
That was brutal.
I'd go arm. I got to be able to walk
Really?
around. Yeah, I
But
got to be able
you
to
could
walk
get- but you could
around
get a
and
stub,
run,
dude.
man.
You can get a little jazzy and just like, bzzz, like, just saying.
You
I
get, like,
don't know, man.
riding dirty.
It'd
The
be weird.
convenience of walking normally is too big for me, and I like running.
But what about your music? Two-handed
Oh,
stuff.
that's
Wow.
true. You can one hand patch cable stuff.
That's true.
But you could also do that with two hands sitting in a chair.
Yeah, but then I can't run and move around.
You
as
can.
well.
You can. Those Boston Marathon people ran.
What would you choose, Tyler?
I'd definitely choose my leg because
Your leg.
I've seen
With art, maybe.
Yeah, it'd just be like I just use like piano, playing guitar. Not that I'm good at it. Cello, like I just.
Did you guys? Sorry, not to interrupt. I was just reading the comments. Did you see Stephanie's post, the dysentery diet, talking about diarrhea? That podcast you guys did with her was freaking hilarious, dude.
Oh,
it was so good.
I can't. I live doing it live with her was good enough for me because I tried re-listening to it and I just couldn't stomach all the stuff. I was just like,
Yeah, I was like, listen, I was up hiking. I was listening to you die. I was like, well, I'm trying to be all peaceful and like listen to my podcast and chill out.
like,
and
yeah.
here's this freaking Tyler just like gagging.
I
on
can't
the
do
mic.
it, dude. She had an awesome story.
Oh, it was awesome.
Yeah, like good for her. I
could never.
and
do
she
it.
was just laughing. She's just like, and then there was a tube in me. I'm like, oh. And she's like, and then I had to yank it out. And I'm like, oh.
so filthy.
Sam, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me, you
That
guys.
was so
It was
much
a blast.
fun. Real quick, just say the website one last time.
So it's happyruckus.com, HAPPYRUCKUS.
We're gonna link it on tomorrow. When we put the video, upload it on YouTube and whatnot. We're gonna link the site on. You guys should all check it out.
Awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was
Thanks
fun.
so
Thanks for
much,
having me,
Sam.
guys.
All right, we are off in 3, 2.